Hey garden friends, I'm Laura, this is Baker Homestead, and today I'm going to do a garden tour. It's June, so things have changed in the garden. Before I didn't have these green stalks on both sides, and I'm starting out here because nothing is in the shed. I've got this beautiful red corn I'm interested in. It's supposed to be a sweet corn that also the leaves are red, the kernels are red, everything's red. So it's new to me. I haven't grown it before, but we'll see how it does. Going into this is the entrance. It is being overtaken by this sage, but the bees love it, and the butterflies and all kinds of bugs. It just kind of blocks my entrance. I'll show you. I've got one broccoli that's getting to a good size. I'm pretty excited about that. We have, I think, 8 of them planted, and it's the only one that's even close. And then, so we've got the sage on the right, and then we have this massive amount of strawberries that have overtaken. And I don't know if you can see, but there is a lot of red strawberries in there. So we have been eating them, but you can't even tell because it's just strawberries everywhere. Just move a leaf and there they are. I have all these carrots. They were planted last year. I haven't really gotten anything out of them, and now they're starting to go to seed, but I'll show you, kind of pull it. It didn't work out so well, but I'll just harvest these, see if there's anything I can get out of them, and if not, that's okay too. I'll just plant some more. That's kind of my philosophy with gardening. It's never going to be perfect, and I just keep putting more seeds in. We have been pretty busy, so I haven't really gotten to much of this lettuce yet. The bok choy has all bolted, but I think I can still probably cook with some of this, and I can definitely make a lot of salads with this. I don't remember what it's called, some kind of freckled lettuce, but it looks like it's doing well. I've got some zucchinis here. I don't know if I'm the only person, but usually the first couple zucchinis or summer squashes that I get are always weird. So this one has 2 connected. A lot of times I also get ones where it's like half flower, half zucchini. So like when you look in the flower, you see the insides of a zucchini, all the seeds. It's kind of bizarre looking. I've got my beans all planted. Just a variety of different, I think there's green beans, yellow beans, purple beans, and then I have pole beans that will grow up the center here. These are more broccolis. One kohlrabi that looks like it's bulbing up pretty good. And then we'll go over to my little pea area. I'm getting pretty excited about these. I actually did get to eat a couple. They're really starting to come on, and especially these purple ones, but these, I eat the peas, so I gotta wait for these ones to plump up. If this were a snap pea, this would be perfect, but there wouldn't be much pea in there for me to show. I've got some, I think these are like a red bunching onion. They're doing okay. This arugula has bolted. I have a lot of work I need to do, but that's okay. I'll get to it when I get to it, and there will be food out here for me. I've got this rat's tail red radish, and they're ready to harvest. I'll probably be out here later today. I just wanted to film where we were at. Got some carrots hiding in there. These are coming along. They're little. I've got this is called a farthest north. I think it's a melon. They're like a green fleshed melon. Got a couple of those hiding in here. More carrots. Looks like these radishes have bolted. They're not supposed to. They were ready, and I haven't gotten to them yet, but maybe we'll be having radishes today because those look very good. Even though they've bolted, I'm sure they'll roast up quite nicely. The broad beans or fava beans are also doing well. This is only my second year growing these, so I don't know a lot about them, but I'm thinking about topping them off because I don't want a huge amount of them, and they're really blocking the light for my tomatoes. But as you can see, they're just like loaded with these pods. They don't look like they're quite the size they need to be for me to harvest them yet, but there are a lot on there, so we will be eating these quite a bit. If nothing else, I'll probably get some in the freezer that we'll eat later in the year. But see, these are my tomatoes that their sun is getting blocked, but they seem to be doing okay. This one is a San Marzano, so there's a good grouping of tomatoes there. This one looks like it is a Golden Jubilee. I've never grown this one before, but most of the tomatoes I started, I kind of neglected, and they died before I was able to up-pot them, so I bought a few. Then I've got 4 buckets of cucumbers here. They're coming along pretty nicely. I'm not for sure, but I'm guessing I just need to fertilize that. They look okay though. They're not diseased. I think they just need a little bit of love. I only water probably once a week, if that, and we have not gotten any rain. It's kind of bizarre for Washington. Our summers are dry here always, but they are just a little earlier than usual. And then look at this craziness. So I've got this netting. It's like a bug netting, goes all along here. It's to cover up all of my blueberries and raspberries. This is my first time doing it, and I'm hoping it helps. One of my biggest pests in the garden is birds. So I would prefer to eat the strawberries and blueberries and raspberries instead of letting them get to them. I hope this works. If it doesn't work, it was a pretty cheap option, and we'll just see how it goes. We've got spaghetti squash. It's starting to take off. That's kiwi growing up the fence there. There's my raspberries. This is more summer squash, like patty pan type, and then dill that has volunteered. We have plenty of that. Didn't plant any this year, but it has appeared in multiple places in the garden. Here's another kiwi plant. I have the bush table king. This is an acorn squash, a red Hubbard, and a blue curry squash. They're just starting to take off, but they should be quite large and viney, and they'll go crazy. But in another month from now, the garden's just going to be wild. And then I have some watermelons up here. Watermelons don't typically do amazing here because we're not that warm, but they're doing okay. We've had some nights in the 40s, and I don't think they like that very much. And then this one is my pumpkin bed. I have a Cinderella pumpkin right there, and I have a white pumpkin, and then a little Pumpkimon, which is just these little tiny ones. We love those too. And then Musc de Provence. I believe that's how you say it anyway. It's my first time growing it, but we'll see. I just want different kinds of pumpkins and squashes. We have this kiwi that is just going crazy. I'm hoping it takes over this whole fencing here, give me a little more privacy and just wild looking. This one is blooming. These are what a kiwi bloom looks like. They have male and female plants. I don't think I'll get any fruit this year. I have a male, I have a self-pollinating, and then I have 2 females, but the self-pollinating one it has blooms, but they haven't opened, and the male doesn't have any blooms, so I'm guessing I don't get any fruit from it, but that's okay. My potato patch is looking pretty good. Looks like I probably have some flowers to pull off here, just so that it puts more of that energy into the plant. We don't need these flowers, but they don't really hurt it that much either. I think I've got some more right over here. These ones look like it's probably a purple potato because the flowers, everything looks a little bit purplish. And then I have these bagged ones. They don't appear to be blooming. They sprouted a little bit later than the other ones. I've got my shallots on the outside here. And then it goes into, I don't know where that onion came from, but shallots. These look like hardneck variety of garlic because it has scapes that I need to harvest. Maybe some soft neck, more hard neck. And probably another soft neck variety. Then I have this corn outside the fence. This is just a yellow corn, sweet corn. These walking onions, I just love the craziness that they get. I don't know, I'll probably be giving away a lot of these this year because I have way more than I need. I mean, look at this thing. All of those are going to be a bundle of new plants. And then just I have Walla Walla onions, red onions, and then a storage yellow onion, all in here with the walking onions. Now I'll show you how my peppers are doing in their little hoop house, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, so here I am at the hoop house. I'll try to make this pretty quick because I get pretty hot in there. It's only like 75 degrees today, but it feels much warmer inside of the hoop house. So I have a spoon tomato and a Berries Crazy or something like that. My sister started both of these, and they, I mean, this one had like one leaf on it when I planted it out here, and it looks pretty happy now. I've got a little cluster of, I think it's Berries Crazy. Anyway, there's a cluster of blooms. It should be coming on pretty soon. This one, I believe, is a red cherry tomato. They're just starting to bloom. This one's a sun gold cherry, and I've got some little baby tomatoes on there I'm pretty excited about. I just call them garden snacks. Then I have lots of peppers. Not a lot coming on yet, but they are all starting to bloom. I've got a canary bell, a king of the north. There is habanada, which seems to be doing well. I didn't think it would because it's a, you know, hot weather variety. These are shishito peppers. We love eating those fried up. We've got hot wax over here. Some of these do look like maybe they need some fertilizer. Here's another hot wax. I have Sugar Rush Peach back here and another one of those. Those peppers last year were huge growers for me. And then my husband, mostly him, but I also like them. We eat these snack peppers. They're like bell peppers, you know, those ones you get at the store that are just, you know, a couple inches long. And we eat like 4 or 5 of them with lunch every day. So I have just this sea of snack peppers. They're coming along pretty nice. Nothing's ready yet, but I mean, it's crazy. It's June and I have this many pepper plants with peppers on them. Here's some more King of the North, Etudia, Sweet Chocolate, Lesia. I pretty much grow sweet peppers. We like to eat them fresh. We like to cook with them, but we don't eat a lot of spicy foods. My daughter doesn't like spicy foods. My husband doesn't like spicy foods. I don't mind it so much, but when we cook, I might add some spice to something, but I'm not going to make a whole meal that I'm the only one that's going to eat. My husband's not going to make something crazy spicy that he wouldn't eat, so there's not really a need for me to grow things that are super spicy. Even if I like them, they'd mostly go to waste. So we have a huge amount of sweet peppers. I'm hoping that I will have plenty to can with, and then even more so, I just like to cut them up and freeze them when I have an abundance, and that way when I go to cook in the wintertime, they're already prepped, they're ready. I just grab a handful of either strips or diced, it doesn't matter, and throw them into the meal I'm cooking, and then I don't have to buy peppers. So that's my goal for this year. We will see how it goes. This is my first year with the hoop house, and peppers like more heat than we normally have in the Pacific Northwest, or at least in Western Washington, which is where I'm at. It's just not hot enough. So I think, I mean, with how well these peppers are, this is like 2 months ahead of where they would be if they were outside. I think I should be able to get my abundance of them, and I mean, with the crazy amount of peppers I have, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, that's just insane. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to try to do these more often, probably once a week, because there's just a lot going on right now. There's going to be a big change in the garden with a lot of those radishes and greens that have bolted. Those will all be coming out, and then more stuff will be going in. Everything's growing quicker. I appreciate that you're watching. Let me know what you're growing. Let me know how your garden's doing, and just keep planting. It's the only way to really make sure that you have a good harvest, is that you keep putting more seeds in. Thanks. Bye.